Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're new, if you're not new, welcome back. If you are a new viewer here, my name's Noelle. I'm 20 years old and I'm signed with Wilhelmina Models, and I like to post modeling and lifestyle content on here. This week's video is going to be how to become a model in 2024. I feel like I get so many questions and comments and DMs asking about this and how people can get started, and people see me modeling and see my career and always ask like, how did you get there? What did you do? I felt like it was a good time to sit down and make this video because now that the new year is here, a lot of people, including myself, are taking on new goals and trying out new things. And if modeling is something that's been on your radar or has been a goal of yours for the past couple years, maybe your whole life, this is the year to do it, and I'm gonna teach you how. I want to start off by saying that I know this process can be kind of confusing if you're navigating it by yourself, or if you're doing all this research and people are saying different things. Like, trust me, I know it can be really confusing and there's a lot of different information out there, and there's also scammers and agencies that aren't legit that are just trying to get money from people. Like, I'm just telling you just to be really aware of that. And I also want to say that I do acknowledge and recognize that it can be confusing, but rest assured, if you watch this video and all the other ones on my channel about modeling, you will know exactly what to do. If you want to check out my Modeling 101 playlist, if you're someone that's trying to become a model, I feel like that's a really good place to start. I have so many other videos talking about modeling and tips I have and really good things to know. So anyways, let's get right into it. So the absolute first step to becoming a model is to research agencies first. I used to say that taking digitals was the first step, but actually researching agencies and compiling a list of the ones you want to apply to is the best way to start. I would say just take a day or a couple hours to just research every single modeling agency around you. Look at the reviews from other models, even look them up on TikTok. TikTok is a great place to get quick information if you don't feel like watching a super long video or reading a bunch of articles. I feel like TikTok can be really helpful. And you can find shorter form content of other models talking about maybe their experience with the agency or reviews about the agency, what their reputation is. And I would also recommend going on their website and just kind of learning about who they represent and what their vibe is. I feel like each agency is similar in the way that they represent models, but they all have their own vibe and look that they go for. Some agencies are centered around plus size women. Other agencies are more height inclusive, so they'll sign models that are shorter, or some agencies are mostly just 5'9" and above. It just really depends on the agency itself, and I feel like we're in a day and age where everything is a lot more inclusive, which is why I always say like right now is the best time to apply and get started. But it is extremely important to put in the time and the effort to research agencies first before you just start applying to random ones. So first thing you want to do is research the agencies. The next thing you want to do after researching the agencies is to create a list of about 5 to 10 agencies that you want to apply to. So you've researched them, you've learned about them, you know what agencies represent who and what they are and what they mean. I feel like after that you can kind of create a list of who you're interested in applying to, and you've kind of narrowed it down, which makes the process a lot easier. I would say about 5 to 10 agencies is a good place to start. Obviously it's up to you however many you want to apply to, but I would say about 5 to 10. One mistake I feel like a lot of people make when they're trying to get signed is they'll only apply to like 3 agencies, like Elite, Ford, and maybe Wilhelmina. And when they don't hear back, they're upset because, you know, those are some big agencies that they wanted to get signed to and they wanted to hear back from them. But something to keep in mind is bigger agencies always get so many submissions. Like, you don't even know how many submissions these agencies receive on a daily basis, and sorting through all of those and getting organized and, you know, weeding through different people takes a lot of time. But also people trying to model get really discouraged when they don't hear back from like 2 agencies or 1 agency, when in reality that takes so long for those agencies to even get to the submissions, let alone, you know, pick a certain person, because there are so many people. The reality is that if you're just starting out and you're a beginner, it's super unlikely that you're gonna get signed and picked up by a really big agency right off the bat with no experience. Obviously, unless you have some kind of connection, but for most people that just isn't realistic right off the bat. Of course you can work to that point and get there, but starting off you're probably better off applying to more of like a boutique agency, or maybe not an agency that's like super well known, that's still big but not, you know, one of the top 5. And I think that's just more realistic for a starting point. Again, like I said, you can work to that point and get there, but right off the bat, I wouldn't apply to all the super big ones right away. It doesn't hurt to apply to big agencies right off the bat, but I would say just don't get your hopes up and make sure to mix in some boutique and smaller agencies in there as well. Once you've made your list and you know exactly who you want to apply to, you're going to go online and look up their website. Every single agency has a website, and usually on their website they're going to have a little apply here button or submit online to become a model section on their website somewhere. Basically from there you just follow the instructions. It's really straightforward, super easy. Once you're on their website, they're going to ask you for digitals. So basically this is where you include photos of yourself, usually in like an all black outfit or something really simple, and this is just so that they can see your natural look. If you go on my channel under my modeling 101 playlist, I actually have a makeup tutorial for modeling digitals that's super natural and simple. You just want to show up as your most authentic, real self. Really simple outfit, probably all black, really natural makeup, and this is where you're just going to showcase your natural look. The website is going to make this process super easy. You're just going to do pretty much whatever they're asking. So for example, they're going to ask for like a straightforward shot of your face, maybe full body, 3/4 turn on each side, full turn on each side, photo of you from the back, whatever they're asking for, just do it. It's super simple. And for these digitals that you're submitting onto the agency's website, I really wouldn't sweat it. I feel like a lot of people put so much pressure on themselves to make sure that they look perfect and that the photos are super good, and they retake them a bunch of times. Honestly, you guys, like, this is so simple and easy to do. You don't need to make sure it's like the best photo of you ever. Like, I would just say whatever they're asking for, do it really simply. And these photos can be taken with a digital camera, your phone camera, whatever you have access to. So once you've included the digitals of yourself onto the website, they'll always ask for your social media. So you'll include your Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, whatever platforms you're on. Also make sure that your social media platforms are set to public so that they can find you. I do think it's really important to focus on your social media presence beforehand, because when they go to look you up after reviewing your submission, they can see like, oh, she has so many talents and her Instagram is so cool and it showcases her life, and you know, she can play this sport and she looks good with no makeup, she looks good in a full glam look. Like for me, my Instagram kind of showcases me in a lot of different settings, in a lot of different ways, and I feel like that is really important. So make sure to work on your social media beforehand. But if you're not a social media person and that's not your thing, you don't have to force yourself to like become an influencer just before you apply, because that doesn't really matter. But I just think it really does help if you have a good social media presence beforehand. After you've attached your digitals and given them your information to contact you and find you, and given them all your social media, it's pretty much a waiting game. This part can be a little bit anxiety inducing because especially if this is something that you really want, or if you're applying to your dream agency and waiting to hear back, you know, that can be stressful. But really, I just want you guys to relax. Once you've applied, that is all you can do. You just want to sit back, let things happen. If you hear back from them, great. If you don't, that's okay, keep applying. I would also say to really try not to get discouraged if you don't hear back from your top agency on your list or your dream agency. It really is not a big deal. Like, I promise you guys, it is not the end of the world, and you can always keep applying and keep working on your skills and keep working on your posing, and maybe down the line they will sign you. It really is just a matter of what they're looking for, and that's not anything that you can control. If you know that you're showing up as your best self and you put your best foot forward and you're confident in yourself, that's pretty much all you can do. At the end of the day, as glamorous and like superficial as modeling might seem, it really is a business. And if they don't think that their clients are going to book you, they're most likely not going to sign you, and that has nothing to do with you. It's just what they're looking for in their business. It's all from a business standpoint, it's not personal. That's really a big lesson that I learned in my modeling career, is that you cannot take anything personally because it will just offend you. And it really is not about you, it's about business and what makes the most sense for them at that time. So please, I know it's easier said than done, but try not to get discouraged and just keep applying. And that pretty much wraps it up. I feel like it's a really simple process that a lot of people overcomplicate for some reason, but it's really simple. You can literally apply from the comfort of your own home as many times as you want to as many agencies as you'd like. If this is your goal, you have to go for it. If you want something, you gotta go get it. So I hope this helped you guys out and maybe gave you some confidence or new information that you maybe didn't know before. And as always, if you guys still have questions or any comments or concerns, please DM me or comment them down below and I'll do my best to get to them. If you guys have any video requests, please let me know. I've recently been kind of struggling thinking of what videos to film and what you guys want to see, so please let me know. I'm in such a little niche category here on YouTube, so it's kind of hard to think of new ideas because I feel like I've covered pretty much everything. If there's anything you guys think of, please let me know and comment it or message it to me on Instagram. All of my social media platforms are linked below, and yeah, I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Bye.